Go, tally ho, yibbity dap and zing zang spillit.
I promised one of my regular viewers that I'd show a mission to Moho for the debut stream. Could have been worse, could have been Eve. We're sticking with Moho, so that's where we're going. Go. So I'm always nervous at launches. I think we've got everything. It is stock. I do have a few information mods, but otherwise it is stock. It'll just help the stream because we can get there quicker. Oh, and there goes the launch pad. Forgot about that. Forgot about that. Never mind though. Why are you using rhinos in altitude? The inefficiency! Or will become apparent, Curb and Tower ATC. They're not that bad, actually. They're not that bad. They're not that bad. They're not brilliant. They're not nowhere as good as the Mammoths, but they're not bad. But these are going to take us... They will start the burn-off to Moho. So they're used in space. They don't have the thrust-to-weight ratio. 4 rhinos don't have the thrust-to-weight ratio, so we've got a bit of a combination. It's there you go. Yeah, there you go. So we're going to lose some speed now. We can't get out. We can't get around that. Ooh, we've got the wobble on. I'm going to use that control from here. Should hopefully settle that down. Yeah, it does. I'm going to try and hold it at 100. There's 100. That gets more and more difficult to do as you approach the apoapse. And no, I'm not really doing that very well at all. So we're just going to stop it there. I said stop. And place the maneuver node. Place the maneuver node. There it is. There it is back. So we can move it back this way a little bit. Come on. Get that lined up. I've wasted loads of delta V now, but it's fine. It's fine. Now I'm gonna. Oh, here we go. Ready? Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna burn the main engines now. They're gonna burn nice and fast for us. We already know that because they're big engines. And then we can jettison these. There they go. And here go the nukes. Now the nukes are very good. Oh, they lit up red when they. The nukes are very, very, very good engines. They're very well. It's a trade-off, isn't it? It's a trade-off like anything. They're very efficient. You usually get roughly, as it works out, twice the amount of delta V out of nuclear engines than you do from the most efficient engines you could possibly use in space. Roughly, okay, it's a very ballpark figure, but that comes with a penalty, and that penalty is the time it takes for them to do anything. It takes so long. It takes so long. So I start burning now. We can only burn at. We'll burn at 13 minutes because I've got to compensate for the fact we can't use. And let's just burn now. Actually. We've got to compensate for the fact that we can't use the engines at full thrust. Let's turn on that heat overlay and watch the engines blow themselves apart. Hopefully this means with not being in the sunlight, you can see how they're glowing red. Not being in the sunlight, hopefully we can burn the engines a little bit more, although we really nearly are there. Just need to wait for this to come in now. Here it comes. Hopefully. Hopefully, hopefully, hopefully. Oh, Moho, why you don't have atmosphere? Would have been so much easier. Right, there we go. So, yeah, we wasted about 50 delta V. Fine. We wasted about 50 delta V. That looks quite fun. That big crater there. That looks like enormous amounts of fun. So let's get this turned retrograde now. That's going to take a bit of doing. Retrograde. Good music. We've got a good music choice. That looks like we've committed ourselves to a landing. Right, that's that dead. We can decouple. Sorry, into transfer stage. You just weren't good enough. Alright, let's get away from there. Unclog these. Activate the engines. Bye-bye. Thanks. Oh, wow, 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 wow. Okay, I don't like them gimbling. Do that. That was the tip that someone gave me earlier. So there we go. That's better. That's better. That's just wasted a lot bit, isn't it? So we've got 2,000 delta V, or just passing through 1,900 delta V now. I don't want to be coming down at the speed that I am, so we need to tip backwards or tip the nose up, and that will continue slowing us down. But it's also going to slow down our vertical. I don't know if you can see it. There's our shadow there. We're chasing our shadow. Keeping an eye on this. I need to shave off my speed, but at the same time I don't want to crash into mountains. So I kind of need to brake without losing any altitude, or very, very little altitude. There it is coming up. I don't want to climb. Click on the screen. I don't want to climb. I don't want to do that. That's not what I want to do, because that's wasting Delta V. There goes the stage. So that's why I had to nose up. We'll take any landing site. Let's get the legs down. Let's get the legs down. How are we doing for power? I don't know if these have got power generation. Move that out of the way. Is that annoying anywhere? Right, that looks like we're going to hit the ground. Oh no, go away. So we're slowing down to 300 meters a second. We've still got speed to slow. I'm going to spin myself around that way. I want this leg to hit the ground first, because that will give us a bit more stability. And as we slow down, we end up going over a mountain range. So I'm going up. I'm going up. I don't want to go up now, but I don't want to lose too much more speed either. I want to keep the speed up because I want to drift over. So I'm essentially keeping the vehicle in a hover at this point. So I need to make sure that all this is blue, really. I'm going up now. Let's cut the engines. Let's not waste anything. That looks like a pretty good basin to land in. We'll go for that. So let's tip the craft back over, back to full thrust. We'll aim ourselves down a little bit, but I don't want to use the delta. I don't want to waste Delta V here. So now we're falling back down again, and we're slowing down. So I want to drift over this ridge, and we'll take any landing site that's there. So let's slow the engines down. Keep ourselves reasonably in the hover. Still got a bit of speed to shave off, but we can shave that off in seconds because the thruster weight's pretty good now. Kerbal Engineer has taken us, the thruster weight is 1.3, which is actually pretty bad. It's not very good at all, but it's fine. Is it fine? Is that all it is? 1.6. It's climbing as we get rid of the fuel out of the tank. So we're committing ourselves to a landing. We're coming down. Probably want to come down a bit slower than that. This is quite important. Our horizontal speed. That just tells us how fast we're moving over the surface. This does the same thing. As this drifts up, when this drifts over to the top of that white spot there, like it's doing, that means I'm chasing it up. That means, right, now we're falling directly down. In fact, we're going back up a bit. So apparently we're coming down on the edge of a cliff. That's not desirable. So let's put the engines back on, slow our descent. Not really into a hover, but we just need to make sure we drift over this way a bit now. I do not want to land on a cliff. If I put that up there, just bearing in mind trying to keep it out of the way of everything. There's a decent translate speed, I'd say 24 meters a second. Once we drop below 800, we can't get back into orbit. It'd be nice to just make sure that we can get back into orbit, and that's not much. We haven't got much Delta V to do that. Okay. So there's that. They're going to use RCS. I'm going to bring RCS in. RCS will save for the docking. There's no danger of docking now. Okay. I'm going to use RCS to assist the thrusters. Moho! Kerbal Engineer is showing a thruster weight ratio at the current thrust. The max is shown at 320. Yeah. Welcome to Moho. I thought I was sounding a bit clever there for a while. Why use the radials instead of the poodle? Because we've got a lot more Delta V out of the radials because of the weight save. Nailed it. Chase that to the top of the blue bit of the nav ball, the blue half of the nav ball. What we want to do. Okay, stop there. And I'm going to use RCS now to try and finish chasing off that circle. The SAS should be strong enough. F5 here. Let's commit to here. And this looks like a much more gentle. So I need to keep to stop the drift. If that green circle wanders out of the dead centre of the nav ball, that means we got drift on. And I need to counteract that. I'm doing that with the RCS. Oh, that's going a bit slow now, so let's turn the engines down, and we're falling. F5, 100 meters to the surface, looking good. Let's keep it under 5 meters a second descent rate. There's our shadow. There's our shadow. Keep chasing that in. Oh dear, we're starting to go up again. Concentrating now. Concentrating. Oh, for a very smooth landing. Get it down. Who's the pilot? Talung? No, Talung? Yeah, Talung. Get it down there. There, and boom. RCS off. SAS off. Wow, that's a bit of a cliff. That's like the worst place to land. It's going to tip over. Ah, Moho hype. We landed in one piece. We landed in one piece. The solar panels are out. We're good. We're on Moho. We're just stuck here. I suppose the next thing to do is plant a flag. So let's get some flags planted. I hope the RCS. Oh, Thunder God! I hope the RC. Get up. I hope the EVA pack does work on here, doesn't it? Because otherwise they're not getting back in. Yeah, it does. It does. That's all right then. Because I purposely didn't bring a ladder, knowing that I wouldn't need it. I say knowing. I didn't fully know. So there we go. Let's have a little trot down the hill, Thunder God, and let's get some flags planted. Plant the flag. Oh, we take a surface sample as well. There he is. Where's my flag? Where's my flag? That's not my flag. I didn't put my flag in, did I? Because this is KSPTV. Okay, Moho. Oh, hang on. Moho hype. We came. We conquered. We stranded ourselves. I think that's appropriate. We stranded. We stranded ourselves. We need rescue. Please. So there we go. We can take a surface sample. Made it to the big league. I'm so proud of you. We're there. Take surface sample. The ground is made up of old lava flows, suggesting periods of intense volcanic activity. Hopefully, I don't know why I kept that. It really makes a difference. EVA report. Hopefully, we'll have no. It's getting hot here. Well, hopefully there'll be no volcanic activity while we're here. At least until the rescue vehicles arrive. So let's capture our first KSPTV stream screenshot with the flag the wrong way round. Oh, the flag's the wrong way round. That's alright, I can change that. Microsoft Paint has a few cheeky things that can sort that out. F1 for the screenshot. Screenshot hype. Litho breaking test site. I should have did that. Yeah, litho breaking test site. Okay, RCS, get back in there before you get a bit too warm. Well, that's all there is to do on Moho then. We got here, severely failed. We're supposed to be able to get back and we can't. We're about 5,000, between 4 and 5,000 Delta V short. Oh dear. Wait, that is pretty good actually. That is pretty good. We'll probably wait. No, we're not going to wait for another orbit. We're just going to take that. We're going to take that orbit right now. So F5. Right, which way do I need to go? Quickly, before we lose it. We'll catch this up afterwards. But that's quite accurate, actually. We need to head east, down, so probably about 100 degrees. 100 degree heading, around about here somewhere. Okay. Let's do that then. F5, see how this goes. It's not a good start, is it? Whoa! Is that made of cheese? Right. It was just the gentlest topple over and it's just completely shred itself. 3, 2, 1, let's go. There go the legs. Alright, let's get this over. Ooh, big explosions. Alright, Moho does not have gravity, so we can just go ahead and do something like that. Can we see the probe? I don't think we can. There it is. Set as target. Whoa! Quick, slow down! Quick! To the side! I think we're all right, actually. I think we're all right. Yeah, we're all right. Wow. Okay. Oh, this is such a bad example. MIB overlay activated. Yeah. Come on. Why you no do this? There they go. There you go. There they are. They're docked. So once they start hunting each other, you can turn off the SAS, and then that'll allow them to clamp together nicely. 10 out of 10 would dock again. Thank you very much. Right, let's time warp. So this is where it gets weird now. Best way to do this is F5. So we need to undock, decouple node, like that. Thrust away. We'll let that drift apart a little bit. Let me reset this because we're in. Oh, a bit too dark still probably. Right, are we clear? Come on, move away from there. Thrust down, undock, thrust up. Set this as, now we need to redock with this. So if we point our back to it, there we go, we've got those figures we need. So we can start going back towards it. There it is. There's that. You saw, there they go. Done. You saw them. You see them grab. You see them grab each other. Okay. I can't get rid of. There they go. Right. Success. Success. Yeah, we've got time. Now that I got that little tip, we can see. Grab this and just move it around. There we go. There we go. You see those over there? Ooh. That's what we want. Ideally, that's better music. 30 kilometers. Here we go. We're getting close. Looks like we're going for polar. Looks like we're going for polar. I apologise for the gormless face I'm probably pulling. Actually, no, I don't apologise for it. This is my serious concentration face. What I think we'll do, we'll adjust that. We'll adjust that. Oh no, there we go. There we go. However, that is a curving face plant. So, well, we nearly lost this stage. Aki, you know you can scroll wheel on nose to fine adjust them. Poodmund, I do, but I keep forgetting how to do it. Aki, is that engine at 100% thrust limit? Yeah, it is. It's not as powerful as I was hoping it was going to be. Right, there's that then. Oh, this is where it gets a bit painful. So we can decouple, undock. Get rid of that for a second. Now we need to activate the engines one by one. And go. Oh, right, that is just a horrendous waste of Delta V. This is worth taking a minute to shut them gimbals off. But it's just the engine gimbal fighting SAS. You cannot even imagine the wall of numbers KSP is going through to calculate the predictions that precise. It already is a miracle it works that great. Yeah, indeed. Those gimbals, hope they fix it. Yeah, they should do. Well, I hope so. Because they never used to do it. They never used to get... They did, then they stopped, and now it's back. We'll burn the engines. Actually, we're better off burning them in the atmosphere, aren't we? Actually, my design was rated 4 kilometers absolute max. Oh, thanks, Jammer. Now you tell me. You said you got it back from Kerbin at this speed. Yay, Kerbin! We're not home yet, though. Now's a good time to burn. Whoa! Apparently, it wants to be that way round. Let's try and show some sideways to the atmosphere. Slow us down a bit more. Try a bit of fishtailing. Anything to bleed off some speed. Come on. Reduce mass, I suppose. Decouple node. Yes, we're definitely coming back to Kerbin. Ah, there we go. That's better. That's the right way to do it. Oh dear. Nailed it. Made it. Nailed it. When you decoupled that fuel tank, it was a... Ooh. Oh, it doesn't actually matter now. You can come down on Time Warp, can't you? Yes. Splash down. After 2 years, 100... Yeah, 2 years, 107 days, 2 hours, 1 minute and 48 seconds in space in this capsule. Hey, Rufflecopter. Woohoo, what now? Well, recover. A minute. Right, okay, so that is me closing the KSPTV stream down for tonight. There is